You watch Breakfast Central on News Central. Our top story takes you straight to one place, and that's got to do with Uganda. Definitely still a breaking news. A son of President Museveni of Uganda, who also doubles as the commander of the land forces, Lieutenant General Muoozi Kainerugaba, has announced his retirement from service after 28 long years. The retirement announcement came as a surprise and has left many questions lingering. And guess what? He didn't just make this retirement known to close associates, he took it to Twitter. Well, according to the UPDF Act, Muhoozi is eligible to retire, having served for close to 3 decades and is of over 40 years of age. And you could say he is required to actually retire, looking at the fact that he is indeed aging.
It should be noted that requests for retirement by some of the high-ranking army personnel have sometimes been shut down, like that of the veteran former spy, that's the Chief David Sejusa, I beg your pardon. Now joining us live from Uganda is the Ugandan journalist Dorcas Kimono. Good morning, Dorcas. Thank you for joining. We know that this announcement is subject to approval by the military board. Upon written expression of interest, that means you need to legally and formally write to them. And at such a senior level, it can only be approved by the president himself before such a person can actually retire. Is this something you think the president will really assent to?
Good morning, Oluchi and Joe. Yes, thank you for having me this morning. And if I'm to comment about that, let me say that maybe it's hard for us to tell whether the president would assent to, will permit the son to retire or not, because it might not be an obvious say, but political analysts are saying it might be obvious because in the past, General Muoozi Kainerugaba has been rumored to be harboring political ambitions to replace or to take over from his father. So when it comes up now that he's retiring at this age, at this time, at this early, it might be because maybe he wants to get some time off to prepare and nurture his political ambitions. So whether the president will permit him or not, it might not be easy for us to answer it now, but chances are that he might.
All right. One thing actually brought a notice to me when I looked at the fact that he made this announcement on Twitter. We will probably, I'm going to ask this, is Twitter that strong right there in Uganda? Is it well used in Uganda? And secondly, are many not worried, or are they feeling somewhat that he didn't make it official, especially using the news, the national news broadcast, just going straight and ensuring that he tweeted it to everyone?
Okay, Joe, when you ask whether Twitter is strong in Uganda, yes, I can say to some extent, because currently in Uganda, Facebook is still illegal. So it's still on lock. We're not accessing Facebook unless someone has what we call VPN. So majority of the social media users have decided to use Twitter, which is less hectic. So it has a big following and something small, most especially from people like those from the first family, it will get the attention it deserves. So using Twitter, I can say he got the attention, he got the reactions, he got us glued to his social media handles.
All right, now, Dorcas, legal writing or not, the general has come out to say that he is retiring. The next thing a lot of people are wondering is who will take over his sensitive position now that he has come out to put it publicly that he's stepping down.
Now, when you ask whether what will happen or who is going to come and take over, we are waiting to hear from the UPDF management. The administrators at the moment are still tight-lipped. They've not commented. Even when we sought for their reaction yesterday, one of the UPDF officers, and this is the spokesperson, Felix Klaije, said he cannot comment because he hasn't received the writing, he hasn't received the information officially. So maybe they're waiting to be told, to be written to officially, and that's when they will decide whether to get a replacement for him and maybe to further his request and see whether they can honor it or decline. But at the moment, everything seems to be pointing in favor of the first son, because we've seen him in the past being sent on special missions, special assignments, even the most recent one of sending him to go and have talks with the president of Rwanda concerning the closed border. And in fact, he came up to celebrate on Twitter again, telling us how he had achieved what most diplomats failed to achieve in years.
Interesting. I think he's a lover of social media, so he uses probably that platform to pass his information very promptly. But let me ask this as well, Dorcas. We've seen this retirement. We've also seen the fact that he is one who is trained in the best of the best when it comes to military operations. He's been to Egypt. He's been to Britain. He's had his training in Britain as well. Not forgetting to other parts of the world. Now, is there any call to have his expertise helping Ugandans in the front of war? And aside that, there's also a rumor that he is also being prepared by his father Museveni to take over.
Yes, as you said, he is well trained. He has attained almost everything that we would point at as far as UPDF is concerned. UPDF qualifications, him being a professional, him being exposed to the international world and having that upper hand when it comes to maybe management. And when it comes to borrowing his expertise, yes, we can say he will still be utilized if need be. That is if he'll keep in good books with the force. But if he steps out and turns wild, turns against the force, maybe the best they will do is to disregard whatever he will want to offer. And the rumor that the father is training him or nurturing him to take over after him is still, there is a rumor that has been here since 2016. Political analysts have always said there is something pointing that direction, but the first family over and over again comes out to deny and dismiss. They've never admitted that such a thing can take shape in the first family. So it's confusing. But if you want to be so critical of the statement, yes, maybe the first family wants someone of their own to take over from the president who has been here since 1986.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dorcas. Thank you. Dorcas, I'm also concerned about that baby crying at the background of yours. Do tell the
Oh
baby about
my.
News Central.
Yeah, it's a neighborhood. Then you can check out. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Thanks for the updates.